Hi, Bob.
Hi.
So, will you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah. So my name's Bob. I'm from the Netherlands. Wow, my age, 25 years old. It's weird. I always go back to the number 14, but that's very outdated. Yeah, I work at the International Society in Manchester. I studied here, did my master's, kept in touch with the people there. They mentioned that there was a vacancy going, so I applied, got the job, and now I'm in Manchester for an extra year. And I'd like to do something course related after this. Something with conservation, biology, ecology, stuff like that.
So, what was Bob like when he was 14?
When I was 14,
As a child?
I was playing a lot of basketball, I think. I had 1 year where I played a lot of basketball, especially in the first half. I had training 3 times during the week and then a game in the weekends. And that was sort of more, well, no, I focused mostly on school. I've always focused on school. But I look forward to it much more than school. So I was never on a significant basketball level or anything. It was always just for fun. But that's the main thing I remember from that time. And I think I also watched a lot of anime. Yeah.
Would you say you changed a lot from when you were
No.
playing basketball?
No, I haven't changed much at all. I'd like to think I'm smarter now. But I feel like most of the values that I had as a kid, I still have. Most of the ideals that I have, I still have. I still enjoy the same things I did as when I was young. Yeah, so I am still quite the same.
Would you tell us a bit more about these ideals that you've mentioned?
Well, one an obvious one was that as soon as I learned what vegetarians were, I was like, I want to be vegetarian because that feels good, and like I've done that since then. I was 11 when I made that decision, so stuff like that. I've always liked wildlife and environmental stuff, and I just never lost that interest or anything. Only when I had to make a real choice to like what I was going to study was when I sort of let that go and started looking at alternatives, more profitable things to study, basically. And at some point I was like, no, I don't want that, and I just went back to what I always wanted, and that's what I hope to be able to continue. But yeah, I knew it going in that it was hard to get work in that field, but I would regret it if I wouldn't try. So,
Can you tell us more about why you chose it?
because it just feels right. It's like something like, well, I did economics in high school, but I would have done, the only thing I was seriously considering were chemistry and biopharmaceutical science, I guess you would say it in English. And both of them I was like, it is cool, kind of interesting, but it just doesn't grab me the same way. Like I went to university and they showed a picture of a crab, and it was about evolution, and they showed like the crab that has like one small claw and one huge claw, and they were just like, how does asymmetry form in nature? And questions like that, like they just trigger my brain, you know, them like, wow, how does that work? And I don't have that with economics or chemistry or anything else. So yeah, I would basically choose a career path where I don't think I would have experiences like that, and I didn't want that. So yeah, that crab example is one that I remember, but there were many more.
What about the International Society and the work you do in it?
What I do now, so that was actually, I wanted to do a traineeship back home for the government which has like a couple, like just over 100 people every year start working at different ministries in the Netherlands as a 2-year traineeship program. And I wanted to do that, didn't get in. So I wanted to do something with environmental policy, didn't get in. And I was like, what do I do now? And then that's when Sam told me like, hey, there's a job going for a year, but it's only for a year. And I was like, that's perfect. Then I can apply for the traineeship again, and I don't have to worry about what I do that 1 year. Now I also didn't get it again, so I don't have anything now, but that's why it was a logical choice for me to go there. And even though it's not course related, like I don't see any asymmetrical crabs at the International Society, but I meet people from all over the world, and just talking to them is sort of an enlightening experience in a weird way. Like I don't know, it makes me feel a lot smarter even though I'm not really learning stuff, or I don't know, it makes me feel more connected with the world, I guess. And yeah, I just like that. I liked it as a student and I still like it now, because I'm technically not a student anymore.
What does friendship mean to you?
Whoa, I don't know, I think trust is very important in any kind of relationship that you have with anyone. What does friendship mean? It means a lot, obviously, but I also am perfectly fine on my own. But I love my friends, my really close friends. It's just, yeah, you share life with them. Like, they know what you're doing, you know what they're doing, you know what you like, you do stuff together that you enjoy, you just have a connection. It's hard to put it in words. Yeah. What does make my close friends different from people that I just meet? I know a lot more about them and they know a lot more about me. I guess it's just accepting each other, I guess. It applies a lot to relationships as well, just accepting each other the way you are, having a good time. And that's very valuable to me. Yeah, but I also have friends that are like, it's not like I only have friends that share my values. I have friends that are completely different from me, and that's awesome. And yeah, I don't know, just accepting each other, having a good time, I guess. And I think everyone should have that a bit more with each other.
What is your favorite thing in the world?
My favorite thing in the world. So I have a list of top 10 things, or no, I don't actually have a list. I reference it a lot when I talk. Like, this is in top 10 things in the world. Like, bananas are in the top 10 things in the world. Wikipedia is in the top 10 things in the world. Water is in the top 10 things in the world. Yeah, but I think Wikipedia is awesome. Wikipedia is like bananas is a bit of a stupid thing, but they really help when you have diarrhea. Just eat some bananas and it's gone. And they're nutritious, but like something like Wikipedia is amazing. Just knowledge that's freely accessible as long as you have an internet connection, and even then you don't need it all the time. You can just download everything. I think that's one of the most important things in the world, like just access to knowledge for everyone. Yeah.
That's one of the reasons you said that you would like the interview here at the library.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I did make. Yeah, I guess I find libraries important for the same reason. Yeah.
change one thing about the world, what would you change?
One thing. If I could change one thing. Well, overpopulation is a big problem, but I don't really know how to change that. But it is the first thing that pops into my mind. I don't want to commit genocide, but it would be nice if there were some like long-term plans to stop overpopulation from happening. But just pollution, stuff like that. I want all of that to go away. That's like I went to Indonesia this summer, and when you look at the water, there's just plastic everywhere in some places. So much pollution, and also over here. Yeah, just pollution should go away. People should care more about the environment. And it's hard because you just buy a drink and you have a plastic bottle, and yeah, well, what am I going to do with this bottle after this? I'll put it in a recycling bin, but there needs to be some structural changes to stop all of that. So that would be my one thing.
What are you most passionate about, do you think?
Environmental stuff, I guess. I find that I'm also recently. I've always been fine with homosexual people and stuff, but I find recently when I see two men walk hand in hand or something, my first initial thought is, yeah, they can do that. It's great. And I didn't used to have that. It used to be yeah, it's fine. Everyone can do what they want. But now I feel like I'm really happy that it's possible. So I'm becoming more passionate about that stuff. Although I wouldn't become an activist. And yeah, environmental stuff, like I said. Just, that's what's most important to me. It's always been.
What makes you angry?
Ignorance. Ignorance makes me very angry. People just yeah, in people at least. There are also stepping in dog poo makes me angry in a different way. But in regards to talking to other humans, ignorance is very upsetting to me. And I'm ignorant in many things, but I don't know. And when people just talk about something and you know that they don't know anything and they present themselves as experts or something, I don't know. It would just be better to acknowledge it. Be I don't know anything about this. I would like to see that a bit more. So when I know someone is just talking without anything to back it up, yeah, that's frustrating to me.
What does happiness mean to you?
Happiness.
Make you happy?
I watched an anime. This was around the time when I was 14. Where they say happiness is like glass. You don't really notice it's there until you change your perspective and it breaks the light in a different way. And I guess that's true because I am happy. I'm very happy, but I don't feel it all the time. Obviously, it's you need to change your perspective, sort of look at everything you do from an outside perspective and come to the conclusion that you are happy. It's weird because in Dutch we don't use the same word for the temporary quick happiness that we have and long-term happiness, which is what people refer to when they ask, "Are you happy?" Because if you give me a gift and then say like, "Are you happy?" Like, yeah, I just got a gift. We have a different word for that happy and the long-term happiness. So we say blij for like when you get something, and gelukkig for are you happy with your life, basically. So yeah, in English, sort of blurred. But yeah, what was the question? The question, what was it? What it means for me, or
Yeah.
what it, or what is?
Are you blij?
I'm blij, yeah, but gelukkig is the long-term
Are
thing.
you gelukkig?
Yeah, I am. I'm very, very happy actually.
Why anime?
I think. Why anime? It resonates with me. Just it's awesome. I like animation. I like when I watch a movie. I find it hard to get over. Well, especially with series. With a movie, I have that problem less, but I cannot get over the idea that it's just a person pretending to be someone that I'm looking at. And whereas with animation, I'm like, someone drew this. Look how good this drawing is. It's amazing. And because of that, I can get into it a lot more. Yeah.
Why 14? This is a bit late.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why
It's
is it number 14? Age 14?
I don't know. I guess it's the first time I had thoughts that were like, oh, back in the day, blah blah blah. Back in the day, like when I started having thoughts like that, like, and I had that moment of, oh, I'm getting older. I'm not just a stupid kid anymore. I was still a very stupid kid, but less stupid. So that was a big changing point. Yeah.
What was your plan for the future?
My plan for the future. Everything? I'm actually at a point where I don't know what I will do in the future. It's just basic stuff, like I hope to get a job. I hope to stay in touch with all my friends. Just live a good life. I guess it's time to like actually settle down somewhere, maybe. Maybe not. But I don't have any concrete plans right now.
So would it be hard to answer the question of where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Yeah, I have no idea where I will be in 10 years. I don't know. No idea. Except that I'll be 10 years older, hopefully.
What is one thing you wish you knew how to do? Or something
Play
you wish you
piano.
knew?
Yeah, I just wish I knew how to play an instrument actually. I really like harp as well. But I keep on wanting to play piano, and I just cannot get myself to actually dedicate myself to just sitting down consistently, or like once a week or 3 times a week, I don't know. And it's becoming more and more important to me as well, because it's something my dad does a lot, and it's weird. So I have this idea that it's quite hard to think what will happen after you die. But what I do know is that, you know, DNA gets passed on, and so I am, in a way, like the combination of my mother and father, and lots of my ideas come from them. And when you think about what a person is, it's also like they are just a accumulation of their experiences, their opinions, stuff like that. It's not a perfect description I'm giving you right now because I'm improvising. But at some point, my parents will go away, and I need to carry on their legacy, like everything that they, or at least everything that I think is good about them. I can let go of the annoying things, but my dad's really good at playing piano, and that's something I envy of him. He plays guitar as well and some other instruments, but the piano part, I'm like, I would like to carry that on. So, which is why I want to learn how to play piano, so that that part doesn't end.
What do you think you would be able? What do you think? What would you like your child in the future to want to carry on? Something that you currently do.
I'd like my child to be very skeptic of everything. And learn for themselves basic stuff, basic generic things. Do the things that makes him happy. Don't ruin the environment. Stuff like that. But yeah, with the skeptic thing, like be it in a reasonable amount. Like when someone gives you a cup of tea, don't be like, is this really tea? Like, no, but about bigger things. Just don't make common mistakes. Make good choices, basically.
How would your friends describe you?
I've never asked. Tall. Over here they would. At uni they used to say that I was too... Well, they I don't know, I think it's more of a German stereotype about the efficiency that they strive for, but they accused me of that as well, that I was efficient with everything. Or at least approaching it in a way that I wanted to be as efficient as possible. Although I think I'm not like that at all.
Can you give an example of your efficiency back in?
One time a girl from my course was telling about how two people she knew were in a long distance relationship, and she was telling about how every day they would talk about breakfast, like just they would discuss, like they would do things, and then they would, because they didn't have anything to talk about, they would discuss the food they had every day for at least like an hour, she said. I was like, and like there were some people that were, oh, that's so sweet, and the thing I said was, that's such a waste of time. Like if you like, why don't they find something else to talk about? And that's when they were like, see, this is what I mean. Yeah, but I think my friends back home would describe me differently. I know at least one friend thinks I'm weird. So I have these two friends that I'm very close with, and there's one that's so they're called Tom and Tom. One with an M, the other one with an N at the end. And Tom is like the slightly older one, and I don't know, for some reason I guess that makes me and Tom's the more foolish young ones, I guess, but we're foolish in different ways. But both of us managed to get him managed to get on his nerves sometimes in different ways. I think he likes it. I like it, at least. How would my other friends describe me? I have no idea. Never asked.
What did you have for breakfast?
Breakfast, I had chocolate and toast.
So
Yeah.
how you describe? So how you describe yourself then?
How would I describe myself? Well, I think I have a very objective approach to everything, but people that I talk to don't always tend to agree. I think I'm kind, like I'm an open, or at least I try to be. I am quite tall. I don't know, it's hard to describe yourself. Since I've finished my or at least during my masters, I started getting a lot more motivation to keep learning about things. So I guess I'm quite, what's the word for that in English? We say leergierig in Dutch. Willing to learn, I guess is how you would say it. I want to learn about things, but also not too much. Like if something is 5 pages long, I'd be like, yeah, I'd read that. If it's a book, I'm like, don't know if I would read a full book. So I'm quite picky. Yeah, and I'm quite into geeky stuff, video games, anime. Yeah. And I try not to get angry.
What's the craziest thing you've done?
Craziest thing I've done. Craziest thing I've done. I don't do many crazy things. Don't know. Maybe it'll come to me later. I don't do many crazy things.
What are you most thankful for?
Most thankful. I've had a very easy life. I'm very thankful for that. I don't have significant struggles in my life. Most of the problems are partially created by myself, or I don't have problems. And I'm very thankful for that.
What's something you can't go a day without doing?
Eating. Checking my phone. It's hard. I try. But something I enjoy doing. Can't go a day without. Standard stuff, yeah. I guess I'm. It's too hard to not use the internet during the day. But then again, when I don't have access to it for a day, it's fine. I guess I have this weird tendency to sort of think about something, like something that comes on my mind way too often is how awesome it would be to teleport, or to do something like in Avatar: The Last Airbender, control the elements like fire and stuff. And I start like, just for like a couple of seconds, I start imagining how awesome life would be. And then I have like a moment where I snap back to reality, like, oh, that will never happen. I think that happens almost every day, at least once. So that, yeah, I guess that's.
Go a day without daydreaming.
Yeah. Having weird daydreams like that.
So from all those different superpowers that you daydream about, what would you like your superpower to be?
Oof.
Only choose one.
Controlling time, I guess. It's the most overpowered thing. You can stop every other power if you can control time. Yeah. And it would be cool if it means that I could go back in time and see stuff.
So you would go to the past, not the future. If you could only go to one, where would you go?
The future. We know the past. Or at least parts of it. Yeah, if I could only go to one, I'd probably go to the future.
What is your superpower?
Now?
Yeah.
I can reach for things that most people cannot reach over here. I guess that's okay. Is that an okay one to answer?
Yeah.
So usually people are like, I cannot reach, can you? And then and I give it to them.
So what does love means to you?
Love. Lots of similarities with friendship, which I struggled with answering before. It's a weird thing. I think it's quite simple. Because you can see it in animals. Although I don't know if it's exactly the same. But attachment, at least, you can see. Being at ease. Obviously, it means a lot to me. Yeah, just having enough. Or at least when we're talking about being with someone. Just being. Yeah, just. Yeah, not. It's hard to put the feeling into words. Like loving your parents is. Also, I'm grateful for everything they've done and still do. And you know, they're my parents. It's hard to say exactly what that love emotion is, like where it starts and stops. It is, yeah, I don't know. It's one of the most important things in life. Everyone should feel it. Yeah, you need to spread it around as well.
If you could give one piece of advice, last question, to anyone watching, to you in 10 years or a year or in a day.
Wait, anyone watching to me?
Yes, anyone.
Anyone.
Advice that you think, something everyone should know.
I have many things.
So say everything you need to say.
Yeah, be skeptical. I guess that's the most important one. Be skeptical of things. Like on social media, sometimes you see people share stuff that is just not true, and the numbers on those things are so high, and the comments don't seem to realize it. And yeah, it's I don't know, it's such a stupid answer, like standard thing to say now with like fake news, yeah. But it is really important to stay in touch with reality. Yeah, do that.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The time is now 4:45 p.m. and the library complex will be closing at 5 p.m. Can you please be standing to gather your personal belongings and be making your way out via the exits? Thank you.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought it was open till 8 or something.
Yeah, me too. Or maybe it's summertime or something. Oh, it's a Friday.
Oh.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you.
Thank you for this.
Okay.